All right, we're back in the saddle. Got a little bit of a cold here, got a little bit of the underweatherness. So we're gonna try to push through as much as we can. Experience difficulty again. What the fuck is going on here? Hit share, hit post, click post. I already did all that. Not beginning to like StreamYard very much. What's going on, James Stein? What's up, Big Greg? What's up, Slider? Balancing out some tea here today to help my throat out. Want to talk about the Sonny Styles. Want to talk about, of course, this New York Giants Straight Talk brought to you by the mighty FanDuel. It's FanDuel.com, the number one sports book in America. So make sure you all go out to the mighty FanDuel. Want to talk about Sonny Styles. I want to talk about some things that the New York Giants probably just may not like because of the fact that we're gonna have decisions are gonna have to be made. Good or bad, indifferent or different, decisions are going to have to be made for the New York Football Giants team here, and these decisions are going to have to be made by the venerable John Harbaugh, because we all love the Harbaugh, but we're gonna have to do some things we may not want to do. We're gonna have to do some things. We're gonna have to move on some players we may not want to move on from. We're gonna go down a direction that we may not want to go down. What's up, Vinny? Vinny says, it's my birthday. Lucky to see that LT play. Happy birthday, Vinny G. Yes, and I was lucky enough to see LT drafted and play. I was lucky enough to see Carl Banks, Harry Carson, Bradley Van Pelt, Brian Kelly, Reasons, Pepper Johnson, all those venerable linebackers, going back also to Antonio Pierce and Jesse Armstead and everyone else. What's up, Big Trenton? Trenton in the house. He's on his lunch break. Big Greg says, I like Styles. I like all the top 4 OSU guys. I do like Sonny Styles. I'm going to tell you that now. I went back and took a look at the Sonny Styles. And would I select him over Reese for the New York Football Giants? That's the question I've been thinking. That's the question I've been trying to make a determination on. Would I make that switch? Would I make that change? And honestly, if I'm looking for a more adept sideline to sideline linebacker who has speed, who can cover, and it just looks like he fits the part of what the New York Giants defense needs to be, I might have to go to Sonny Styles. I really will. I keep thinking about this, and I keep thinking about it over and over again. Over and over again, I'm like, oh, Sonny. I don't know, man. But then I look at it, and I'm just like, maybe it is the right direction. Maybe it is the right thought process. Maybe this is the guy we need to look at in regards to making the Giants more versatile in reference to their defense. And that's kind of what I'm thinking right now, because I think our defense needs to focus on versatility. We've already talked about the fact that only 4 safeties have been taken in the top 5. That's 250 picks in 50 years. So out of 200, so in 50 years, 250 picks, only 4 safeties have gone in the top 5. There is a reason that level 4 defenders, because you got level 1, which is your defensive line, level 2 is your linebackers, level 3 are your corners, and level 4, which is your safeties. There is a reason why level 4 defenders do not go that high. And out of the 4 that were selected, 2 were phenomenal. 2 were fantastic. We've talked about this before. We've talked about this a million times. 2 of them were Pro Bowl, All Pro, potential Hall of Famers / Hall of Famers. The other 2, average careers. So I can't go 5 and then decide I need to take a 4th tier or 4th level safety. I really can't. And then I look at, like I said, I looked at Reese. I think Reese is going to come in undersized. He's listed at 6 feet, 200 pounds. I think he's going to be lighter than that. Not Reese. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about Reese. I'm talking about Caleb Downs. But at 6 feet, 243 pounds with Sonny Styles, a guy, like I said, if you're looking for a versatile linebacker that you could put at the Mike, you could put at the Will, you could play him in the big nickel. There's so many things that you can do with Sonny Styles. And it's his sideline to sideline range, which is really going to be what's going to make him special. He makes a mistake. Let's say he makes a mistake. He has the pursuit speed to erase that mistake. Not that you want him making mistakes, but he is a guy that can. He is one of those truly rare off the ball linebackers that can cover. And we should rephrase that we've seen cover in college. He matches up well with the vertical tight ends. He picked up the option route well in college. He's one of those guys that knows how to read the quarterback's eyes in Sonny Styles. He is a guy that is a pure athlete. They call him a super freak athlete. He's got a huge vertical jump. He can squat 675 pounds. His body fat is less than 10%. He is a freak of nature. He's got coverage instincts in reference to playing the zone. I would say if he needed to improve, it would have to be on his zone recognition. At times, he gets lost in the sauce. We've said that before. I don't want him covering the little twitchy backs coming out of the backfield. I don't want him going after I don't want him running stride for stride with those, little short guys, the speed guys. But looking at him, is he now, like I said, will you have him in regards to more of a pass rusher? No, he's not really a pass rusher. I think I think his pass rush technique is going to have to be cleaned up quite a bit. I think that's what he's got to look at. You got to clean up. You have to teach him more professional, polished moves. If you did watch him play in college, he is kind of vulnerable to some cut blocks. But that's all right. These are things that he can work on. But if you want a guy, he did. But I was watching some film. He does bite a little hard in the play action. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you he doesn't. Let's see. Tim Styles is going to be put on a show at the I do think you're right. I do think he's going to put on a show at a combine. I do think he's going to put on a show. I do think he's going to be something special. I do think that he will be there at 5. I think the Jets are going to, I still think the Jets are going to go Reese. I think Reese is one of those, they're going to say he's going to be one of those rare players. And I'm not saying he's not a rare player, but I'm saying for what we need a linebacker to do, Sonny Styles fits the bill more than Reese and David Bailey. And I also worry about Reese's injury. I worry about he's not, I don't think he's injury prone, but I do worry about his best abilities, availability. And sometimes I worry about that with Reese. And Sonny honestly is faster. In some ways, Sonny was overshadowed by Reese, but he kind of did his own to peek out from underneath. And I think in the right pro scheme, if you're going to run the base 3-4, you're going to need 2 interior linebackers. I'm not going to call him off the ball linebackers because then you can say Bobby Okereke is an off the ball linebacker, but we overpaid for him. And I've already said it. I'm not dumping Bobby Okereke. I still need, if I dump Bobby Okereke, the savings that I have in regards to the dead cap space does not equate to the value of a player that I see on the market that would fit. But if you truly are going to run a base 3-4, you're going back to the 86, you're going back to 90, you need 4 quality starting linebackers because your defensive ends are undersized and both have the propensity to over pursue, not only on the pass plays, but on run plays as well. So you're going to need to solidify the outsides. And I kind of think that you could literally put Sonny Styles on the outside. He is a, if you take a look at the way the game is played, Sonny Styles, he would be the equivalent to the top modern linebacker prospect. A guy that's agile, a guy that does his best work when he's running sideline to sidelines, and a guy that has range and coverage ability. And I think that's what you got. I think that's what you have to look at when you see Mr. Sonny Styles. I don't think I'm going to make it, guys. I've only been streaming for 11 minutes. My throat's already killing me. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to end this stream early. We're going to heal up and we're going to come back on. We're going to heal up and come back on Sunday. Because this cold is literally killing me right now. So so we're just gonna check out right now for a little bit, guys, and then we're gonna come back strong. We're gonna come back strong on Sunday and do the same type of video, but we are gonna check out because this cold is getting to me right now. So subscribe, Mighty FanDuel, FanDuel.com, #1 sportsbook in America. Appreciate everyone that could tune in. I'm gonna have to tune out. I'm sorry, guys, and I'm out of here.